I've always wondered, why can't I find the proper oversized fit? Is it because of my height? Or my body shape? Or is there something else? After trying on an absurd amount of t-shirts, I think I figured it out. You see, these two t-shirts have identical measurements. However, when I wear them, this one's ugly and this is the fit I want. So today, I'll show you everything you have to know before purchasing your next t-shirt. Now, let's get into it. In the era of online shopping, we're missing one crucial part of clothing. How does the fabric feel? So when it comes to cotton, the composition doesn't really show the fabric. Now, instead of looking at the numbers, you should focus on the drapiness. I don't know if that's a word, but the drapiness. This is an oversized t-shirt, and this is also an oversized t-shirt. However, this one looks like a rayfish, and this one actually follows your body shape. It's very important to know what you're striving for. When it comes to fits, it's not always about the dimensions. Take your favorite oversized t-shirt or just t-shirt in general, look at the fabric, see if you like a drapey one or a thin fabric, thick fabric, structured, unstructured. There's a lot that can be done with 100% cotton. So the first thing you need to do is actually know the fabric you like. Next is the collar. You probably have an experience of trying something on because it looked great on the hanger. Once you try it on, it feels kind of off. And it happens a lot in Zara, H&M, Uniqlo, and so on. For oversized t-shirts, you're looking for a very casual feel, so I would never go with something that feels like it's choking on my neck. So what I would pick is something that has a relaxed neckline, and usually how I measure this is not accurate, but if I do that, pinky to thumb, if it fits there, it's a very loose tee, and if it's over, which this one is over the size of my pinky to thumb, this is a very relaxed fit, and I love it. I love the relaxed neckline. Use this method before you try it on, and it'll actually save a lot of time. After being conscious about my neckline, shopping for t-shirts became really easy because you get to eliminate like half the options, and that really helps you when you're looking for clothes. Lastly, always make sure you're getting the proper length. The whole point of wearing an oversized t-shirt is to look more casual and relaxed. It's not to feel like you're wearing someone else's clothes. So I like to keep it slightly below my belt line, and this works perfectly for me. I'm 5'7", and I usually keep the length at around 27 inches. And please, if you don't have a measuring tape, just buy it. It's gonna cost less than the return shipping fee. And to give you a comparison of 1 inch difference in length, this one has a length of 27 inches and this one has a length of 28 inches. If you love everything else about the garment but the length, I definitely recommend just taking it to a local tailor and cutting it off, because it'll take about like $10 and there's actually no risk when you're cutting the length off. If you're doing something like this, if you're cutting the arm length, it's kind of risky, so I wouldn't recommend it. But in terms of the overall length, you just cut it and that's it. They're gonna sew it back. So those are the 3 things that I keep in mind when I'm shopping. And now I want to tell you about the sales tactics that brands use to spike their price for no reason. The first one I see all the time is bragging about not having the side seam lines for better construction quality. This tricks the customers to think that it's a loop wheel garment. However, this is not always true. If it doesn't have a side seam, it could be loop wheeled, it could be tubular. Tubular is more of a cheaper, high-speed manufacturing process, whereas loop-wheeled is the infamous loop-wheeled. Like, if you like clothes, you'll probably heard of it, but just not having the side seam doesn't equate loop-wheeled. This is a common pitfall. So if you're unsure, just ask the seller. They're not gonna lie about it, and tubular isn't a bad way of making clothes, it's just a different way. And this is an example of a tubular t-shirt with a price tag of $20. It was a concert merch. And this is loop wheel t-shirt with a price tag of $80. So make sure you know what you're paying for, because tubular construction is usually priced at the same as just a regular t-shirt. Next is the word heavyweight cotton. I mean, first of all, heavyweight during summer sounds like the worst idea to me, but that could be just me. I don't know. I don't like heavyweight cotton when I'm looking for summer garments. It could be true that they do last longer, but from my experience, I've never had fabric that just falls apart due to their thickness. It was mostly due to external damage. So do I really need a thick fabric for summer, as long as you take proper care, you can probably wear it for at least 5 years. And keeping that in mind, I've purchased a lot of t-shirts this summer, so here's a link to that video. And now let's see some style references. When going for cropped oversized t-shirts, I like to match it with denim shorts. The key feature of these outfits is to match the vintage feel for both top and bottom. Another staple option is to style with denim jeans. Since the top is a washed out gray t-shirt, I can go with any type of denim. However, I want to go for slim pants or slacks or something that looks really smart, since that defeats the purpose of casual oversized looks. Now that is everything you have to know to nail your next purchase. I hope you enjoyed this video and see you in my next one. Bye.